Hey, what's up YouTube? And welcome to another video blog. This is Leisha Joya. Of course, you know you clicked onto this. Today is a day after all the stuff I've gone through in life. You guys asked why I'm always so positive even after all the stuff I've gone through in my life. Well, I have learned one very important lesson in life. That is, you are only as good as your attitude. If you go through something so bad, like in my case, my husband passed away 7 years ago, it's not really a positive experience or something you want to, like celebrate or anything like that. But you can have a shitty attitude about it and then be stuck in this funk for a long time. Or you can allow yourself to grieve, you can allow yourself to go through these things, and you can learn and grow from this, and you can gain compassion. So if you see someone else hurting in the same way you are, you can know how to reach out to that person, but also having a different attitude about it. Another thing is, I'm always telling my son every morning, have a good day at school. Don't forget, you're only as good as your attitude. Your day will be determined by how good your attitude is. So if you go and wake up grumpy, you're going to have a shitty day because you've already put yourself in that mindset that everything bad's going to happen. So it will. You have a tendency of speaking your wishes into existence sometimes, and because it's your attitude, it's your frame of mind. So my attitude is most of the time pretty positive. Like, I have my illness thing going on, and even though it's a shitty time, and it has been very shitty, I'm almost dying, I have used my experience for you guys here. So you guys can see you guys are not the only ones going through stuff, or you guys are not the only ones going through an illness like I am, and we can band together in strength together to comfort and be there for each other, because we're changing our attitudes. When you change your attitude, you change your mind, you change your experience, and you change your life. So I started to, because I can't go back to martial arts at this present time, even though I know I can't stand for too long with my bow staff or with anything else in general right now, I can't run for too long or anything like that. I kind of go in and say, okay, I'm going to build upon what I can do. See, that attitude. It says like, oh, woe is me, I can't run for more than 5 minutes. Blah, 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 woe is me. No, you can't do that. You have to build upon what you can do. And that's based upon your attitude. Knowing your self-limitations and then working on them through little baby steps. I'm not going to be able to run the Boston Marathon next week. It may take 2 or 3 years of constantly training to get to that point. But it's a mindset, it's a changing of your attitude, it's a changing of your life, but you have to put the effort for it. So you are only as good as your attitude. Yes, bad things happen to everybody, things happen, things out of your control, and for instance, like in my instance, my son has epilepsy. When he has a seizure, I get sad, I get depressed, I get scared, I get frustrated, I get all those emotions as a parent, because no one wants to see their child suffer, or, well, in my case, anybody suffer, but in particularly my baby, my son, or my daughter, suffer. And it bothers me greatly. But if I calm myself down and I'm able to handle the situation and not freak out, the seizure comes out to be smoother. A lot better than what it would have been if I had a shitty attitude. Another thing in life is that not only are you as good as your attitude, But it's always good to take responsibility for your own actions and your own behavior, because no one is there puppeteering you to behave in a particular way. A few years ago, I've done anger management classes, and I've actually done them twice, and I have both my certifications somewhere, or I could just order them and prove it to you guys. I went to anger management twice, and I have completed the courses. No one is there puppeteering you. You are in control of yourself. The moment you say, oh, XYZ person said that, made me be this way. No, they're not there controlling your body. They're not controlling your mind, your thoughts. They're not controlling your reactions. They're not controlling any of that. You are. You're only as good as your attitude. If you keep blaming other people for your own actions, how are you supposed to change your life? How are you supposed to switch and grow as a person? I had to learn how to do that, because I used to blame other people for my own actions. I used to say, oh, XYZ person made me so mad. Roar! And that's why I did this. Well, guess what? The key word, I did this. That person didn't make me. I did it. Did I punch that hole in the wall? Yes, I did. Did that person make me do it? No. I did to myself. Yeah, I got mad, and I got resulted from that. I lost my own control. The fact is that you are only as good as your attitude, and if you don't control yourself and you blame other people for your actions and your behavior, you're not going to be able to change your life for the positive. Like I said, I used to blame other people for my own behavior and my own actions. I used to say that this person made me mad, or this person stressed me out so bad I wanted to drink, but no one put the glass of wine to my lips. I did it. No one forced me to fork out the money to that bottle of wine. I did that. You know what I mean? It's all about your actions, your behavior, you changing your life, you changing your mindset. And the reason why I share this with you is because I've gone through a lot in the past few years. Especially since before my husband passed away, when he first got diagnosed with the cancer. That's when I started really losing it, in like 2004. Actually, no, I lost it about 2001. And because there was a lot of things going on, and then it kept building up and building up and building up, and I wasn't taking responsibility for my own self, my own actions, and my own reactions, you know what I mean? And so things started to, spiral out of control, to the point I built up this anger bubble, to the point at any moment I was going to blow up like an atomic bomb. And I had such a shitty attitude. I was blaming everybody for my own actions, my own behavior, and it took some time to finally realize, and 2 times I've gone to anger management classes, that I'm in control of my own actions. I'm in control of my own thinking. I'm in control of my own body, my own reactions, and how I behave and respond to people and situations. And that I decided to change my mindset and saying, okay, this bad thing happened, but I can learn from this. Instead of feeling shitty, angry, feeling sorry for myself, I started to learn and grow as a person. So I started writing stuff down, how I was really feeling, and really addressing those scary feelings that we don't want to face. Some of us, we cover up our behavior or our thinking with anger. But as I learned in anger management classes, anger is a secondary feeling, which means it's a result of the feelings you don't want to face. Rejection, hurt, lovable, disgust, things like that, things that are make you more vulnerable. And then anger is a result because you finally realize that you feel disgusted, you feel unlovable, or you feel this way, you feel that way. And we respond in anger. But you know what? You have the power to control yourself by changing your actions, changing your thinking. So you are only as good as your attitude. I've had a lot of good things happen to me too. And a lot of growth from both the good and the bad. But I chose this from changing my thinking, from being only as good as my attitude. So now I challenge you today to, one, take control of your own actions and your own behavior. Take control of your own situations in a positive way, whether things are going good or they're going bad in your life. Or they're going in between, both. They're a little bit of a mix of both. There's a way to learn and grow in every single situation. I also challenge you, as a human being, to change your attitude. When something bad happens to you, pick what's going on and think about it. Take the time to remove yourself from a situation and think about what's really going on. And why are you responding in a way? Why are you thinking in a certain way? And then write those things down, analyze yourself, and take the time to really bask in the fact that you are a human being with real feelings. And your primary feelings, like your hurt feelings and your disgust feelings, they're all valid feelings, and they need to be validated by you. Otherwise, you're going to stuff them in anger and blame other people for your behavior, when you, my precious friends, are in control of your own attitude and your own behavior and your own life. The moment you start taking control of your own behavior and you start becoming more positive, you stop thinking about these problems in your life as problems. You think of these things in your life as things to learn and grow and to solve. You don't go in and leave them on the back burner to get dirtier and fester, you know what I mean, on the shelf, you know what I mean? You actually take it, you're not afraid to take it and deal with it, one at a time. Sometimes the problem's so big, you cannot take all of it at once. You have to take it in little chunks at a time until it's all dealt with. I've had to do that. Some problems are so small you can deal with like that. Some are big, but I've had to take them in little chunks. But I've had to change my attitude, change my thinking. And it was the hardest part of my growth up until this point in my life, is to change my attitude. So I again challenge you, one thing: change your attitude, change your life. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.